Hello, it's me back again, Christine, the Naptime Sewist. How are y'all? Hope everyone is well. I am back this time just to fill you in on what I have been making in July. So I have a few makes, not a massive amount, but we'll have a few makes anyway, so I thought I'll share them with you. First of all though, I'll take my seamstress friend. I'll tell you what I'm wearing. So this is an Ebony Tea. Let's see if you can see it a bit better. This is an Ebony Tea. This was another make from when I was expecting. The sleeves are a bit maybe not fully as long as I would like them, but I just pull them up anyway. I have a habit of having them up to my elbow. But anyway, yes, so this is the pattern, the Ebony Tea by Closet Core Patterns. You see that okay? And I made View B. These are the line drawings. The fabric is from Sew Me Sunshine. I got it from Harriet a good while ago now, so as I say, it was whenever I was expecting. I think it was maybe around Christmas time or so, but if the fabric's still in store, I will link it below. I have put on the Closet Core website. I just wanted to check on the sizing. I know the sizing on the paper copy that I have, it's just it's numbered 0 to 20, so it's a bust size 31 inches to 46 inches, waist size 24 inches to 39 inches, hip 33 inches to 48 inches. I'm nearly sure I made the size 40, or sorry, the size 12, size 40, yeah, okay, Christine. I'm nearly sure I made the size 12, which is for bust measurement 38, waist measurement 31, and hip measurement 40 inches. There's a lot of ease in it, so I figured that it would accommodate my bump okay, but I added 3 inches maybe, or 4 inches to the length, and I mean, you can see it still is coming up, you know, reasonably short. I'll hopefully insert a picture of what it is like on me, and you'll be able to see the length of it. It sort of comes to just sit on my high hip, sort of on my bone, on my hip bone. Now, I checked the website as well, and it said that it is drafted for someone of a height of 5'6", I think it was, yeah, 5'6". Now, I'm only 5'3", so if I hadn't have added those few inches, I'd be seeing a lot of belly. So I'm definitely glad, like, even pregnancy aside, I'm definitely glad I added a few inches to it, and I think if I was making it again, I might even add another inch or two. Still have a bit of a mum tum. She's only 14 weeks, so you know, give me some time. But for now, I mean, I have a bit of a mum tum, and I think I would prefer something that comes down a wee bit lower, just to kind of, just to make me feel not as exposed, I suppose. Now, also the reason I wanted to check the sizing was because I know, as I said, the sizing that I have on the paper pattern is 0 to 20, but I know that Closet Core Patterns they have like an extended sizes. Their sizes are from 14 to 32. You might see me looking down because I got my notes. Now, the 0 to 20 sizes, they're drafted for a B cup. Now, I've done a bit of reading. The B cup isn't like your bra size B cup. The B cup is, so you measure your sort of full bust, around middle here, measure your full bust, and then you measure your high bust. And if the difference is more than 2 inches, you'll need to do a full bust adjustment. And for the 14 to 32, although they don't have the Ebony as of yet, and not even in PDF, but as far as I know, they're slowly working through them. But just in general, if you have a closet core pattern, the 14 to 32 is drafted for a D cup. So that is anything sort of, if there's a difference of 4 inches between your full bust and your high bust, that's what creates the D cup. Now anything over 4 inches, again, you'll have to do a full bust adjustment for the extended sizes. I'll insert a picture of me wearing the outfit that I have on today. It's just my Ebony, and then I have a pair of ready to wear, I think they're from Primark or Primark, however you choose to say it, and just a ready to wear pair of leggings just for runabout. So that's what I'm wearing now. Make number 1 is, these are my favorite. This pattern is fantastic. So it's Jolly 2918, and as you can see, here's the line done. It's just a V-neck tee, crew neck. You have the long sleeve version, and then you have the version with sort of like, here you can see here with it has the short sleeves but then the longer sleeve underneath it. Now the reason I love this pattern so much is this is for basically not to adulthood. I have made, well no, sorry, 2-year-old. I have made this for my 2-year-old. I have made this for my 4-year-old. I have made this for my partner. I'll try and insert a picture I actually made for Father's Day. I made them 3 matching camouflage t-shirts, and I made them all 3 of them, wore them on Father's Day. I am that person, I will admit it. But yeah, they very kindly wore their t-shirts all together on Mother's Day, or Father's Day, sorry, and we headed away to the beach that day. So, but yes, that's not the ones that I'm talking about. I got this gorgeous fabric. How cute is that? So this is for my 4-year-old. He's just really low on t-shirts. We have been very lucky and been gifted quite a few clothes from family and friends. So I really haven't had to get very much for the boys, and obviously Ronan wears it, he passes it down to Dara, then Dara wears it, and then we pass it on to well, if it's not in tatters by the time Dara's done with it, we pass it on. Some of the stuff has actually been my eldest boy, my 14-year-old. Some of it has come from him. But yes, this year randomly we just don't have as much for Ronan, so I have been really short on t-shirts. Now the fabric I got from I got it on eBay, but actually the fabric seller have their own website as well, and I'm nearly sure they have an Instagram. It's Tiptree, cheap shop Tiptree fabrics, something like that. But they have quite a bit of jersey, and I think they sell yarn on the website as well. But yeah, the pattern is fantastic. It sews up really quickly. Now the only thing that we have had with the 2-year-old size, randomly the crew neck, when I'm putting it on my 2-year-old, it's quite tight around the neck. So I don't know if I maybe have cut the neckband sort of the wrong way, that there's not enough stretch. I have no idea. The one for the older boy is perfect, but so the one for my 2-year-old, so I need to make another one for him and see if it was just user error or if I maybe need to make the neckband a wee bit longer for him, just to give him that extra wee bit of stretch. But yeah, that was because I had the pattern pieces already traced out. That was, I mean, that was an afternoon. Well, no, it was an evening getting it cut out, and then an afternoon of the lovely Mr. Naptime Sewist doing daddy duties, and he looked after Kitty Winkles, and I got that sewn up in, like, I don't know, maybe an hour or something. I can't even remember, but it's a really quick sew, really simple. And the second time round, well, I suppose fourth time round, I didn't even need the instructions. It's a plain tee, do you know how it's not that complicated. So for beginners and confident beginners like myself, it's a really good, it's a nice quick make, and it's a good boost, you know, so you feel great, you get it done, happy days, look at I made, I'm wonderful. But yes, that was one of my makes. The other was, now you got a wee sneak peek of this kind of in my last video. It was the Nora Dress and top. I got this from Etsy, and it's by Oh Me Oh My, is the name of the person who has made the pattern, and it's from sizes 0 to 3 months right up to 5 to 6, so I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this pattern. I've already made it before, this in a jersey. Now it says on the pattern that it is for a woven, and a woven is what I have used this time, but first time around I used a jersey, and rather than at the back you have two pieces, and rather than, you know, using like a fastening, I just sewed those together, and it worked perfectly. It worked really, really well, and you know, because it's jersey, she's still able to get it on over her head and stuff. But this, how cute. Now if you've seen my last video, you know that I have an Ogden cami in the same fabric, so we're gonna match. I know. See, with having all wee boys, I never ever thought I would be this mummy, but we're gonna match. Well, this is for 12 to 18 months anyway, so we're not going to match just yet, but that the fabric is, if you haven't seen my last video, if not, why not? Go and check it out. It's from Oh So Shop here in Northern Ireland. Now she is closed temporarily at the minute, and I got this fabric quite a long time ago, but I know Atelier Brunette, I think, have a very similar type of fabric. I'm sure everybody has seen it. It's the double gauze. They have the one that Atelier Brunette have. Theirs is actually, the wee dots are stitched in. This, they're just sort of printed on, but still equally gorgeous. The fabric is fantastic to work with. It's a double gauze. It's good. It does what it's told. And again, that was sewn up in maybe 2 afternoon sort of evening sleeps, because I'm the naptime sewist. It's the only time I get to sew is when babies are sleeping. I can sometimes try through the day when they're running about, but I mean, seriously. And the 2-year-old, he loves getting up on my knee and like, oh, mommy, what are you doing? And I just have visions of fingers going in needles, so it doesn't really work. But anyway, those are my 2 full makes, and you'll see on my mannequin in the background here, I have, that's actually yet again another old make, sticking with my wanting to keep the things in my wardrobe wearable. I made that shirt over a year ago. Doesn't have buttons. Well, no, I'm in a hurry because one day last week I managed to sew on one button. So now if I wear it, let me see. We have one button here to hold it closed-ish. But yeah, there's only actually one button on it. You probably can't even see that because the print is quite busy, and they're just sort of plain buttons that were harvested off one of my dad's old work shirts. But the pattern is gorgeous. I love it. The pattern is McCall's 7387, and I made view A. Right, I'm going to show you the line drawings on the back. They're quite small. So I made this view here, and at the back it has a really, really large sort of inverted plate, and it's a really nice detail. It meant whenever I was expecting, like I was able to wear that the whole time I was expecting, even through the winter. I just had like a plain jersey top that I, like a long sleeve top that I would have wore in underneath it, and it was such a workhorse, even with no buttons. I have another one of these planned in like a Georgette fabric, but I mean it's way down the list, like heavens knows when it will be made, but the fabric is there, and I know that's what it is going to be. It was actually somebody I seen, I think it's Just Jess made on Instagram, and she made an absolutely stunning version, and it was like a Georgette fabric, and just sort of slightly see-through, and it was stunning. I think it was like a green, like an olive green and black spotted fabric, and it was beautiful. So when I seen it, I knew straight away I have that fabric in my stash from Pound Fabrics whenever I started buying stuff, and yes, that is what that is going to be used for. But like I say, it's way down the list of priorities. Now in that I made a medium. I'm actually, the picture that I'm going to show you of me wearing that is when I called into the shop where I bought the fabric from, is local here in Lurgan, so and so. I can't put any links to anything down below other than maybe a Facebook page, but as far as I am aware, Kieran does not want to start sending stuff out to people. So unless you live locally and can go into so and so and learn, you have no chance of Kieran sending you anything, as far as I'm aware. But I will put their Facebook on anyway, and you can go and have a wee nosy. They're a lovely couple, Kieran and Kitty. But anyway, I digress. But I had called into the shop and I was wearing the fabric, and Kitty was like, that looks familiar, and I was like, it should do, I got it here. So she took a wee picture of me in it, and she was all chuffed and put it on their wee Facebook page. So that's the picture that I'm going to share with you. But yes, I made a medium, and the medium has seen me right from not being pregnant to not being pregnant again. It's a fun, I love it. I absolutely love it. Which reminds me, anyone who is expecting or breastfeeding, the Ebony, perfect. It's easily wore whilst you're pregnant, because there's so much given it. But also whenever you're breastfeeding, it means you can, like, I would just wear like a wee vest top underneath this, and then it means you can, easy access. And in my last video I was wearing the Roscoe, it's the same. It's by True Bias. It is fantastic. I have the blouse version, and it's really handy just whenever you're feeding, as is my shirt. It wouldn't be the first time that I have even taken the shirt off, thrown it over my shoulder, and the shirt has a gorgeous I'll show you just on the side there. This can you see the hem a wee bit? it wouldn't be the first time that it has rested across my bosom to try and hide, but you know, okay, it's awkward. It can be awkward sometimes, but anyway, yes, I love that wee top for feeding in as well. So yes, that is all my mix for July. Not a massive amount, but I mean, you know, newborn baby. But anyway, I have plans. So please do come back. The next video that I will have will be a plans video for August. Some of the stuff I've already started, some of it I have not. I've only 2 weeks left of August, so I would need to get my finger out. If you enjoyed the video today, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. It used to be thumbs up for Monday. Anybody remember that advert years ago? Thumbs up for Monday, check your smoke alarms. Well, no, thumbs up for the nap time sewist. And feel free to subscribe. I really hope you have a lovely weekend. This should be uploaded still over the weekend, fingers crossed. And I'll see you all later. Everybody stay safe. All right, take care. Bye. Haha, you only thought you got rid of me. I only cottoned on after I finished recording that I had actually forgotten to show my my most favourite make of the whole month. How did I leave it out? Anyway, you'll see my mannequin has presto changed their clothes. And this is it. It is my Tilly and the Buttons Cleo. And this is the pattern for anybody that hasn't seen it before. It was made as part of So Dressmaking and Jen Legg. They did a challenge in July and it was called Recreate the Look. It was so much fun. You can head over to my Instagram and you'll be able to see the whole challenge. Ran for the whole month of July. And this was what I decided to create. So basically I took inspiration from Oliver Bonas, took inspiration from a sort of high street ready to wear shop and sort of ran with it. And then I had been looking at my daughter Caitlin. I'd been looking at some of her wee dresses and her wee t-shirts and just loved the wee like shoulder frills. So this was my starting point. The Cleo was my starting point, but then I added the ruffle on the shoulders and I absolutely love this dress. It has hardly been off my back from I made it. The only time I'm not wearing it is when I only have like two wee tops that I wear in under it at the minute, and the only reason that comes off is because they're in the wash. Because it's an outerwear, unless it gets sort of like properly dirty, it just gets reused, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's what it's all about. Anybody's ever had small children that enjoy Bob the Builder, you know what that's for. You know what that's all about. Anyway, so if you head over to my Instagram, you'll be able to see my reel. Well, jumping about, showing off the dress, but I just wanted to come on quickly and let you see what it was that I have made. Really enjoyed the process of making the Cleo. Cleo itself on its own is made up in no time. It was a quick and enjoyable make. I decided to go for the buttonholes instead of the dungaree clasp. Now I had the clasps here. Truth be told, I was slightly intimidated. Plus the buttons that I have used for it, I just really like them and wanted an excuse to use them for something, so that's what they get used on. But I absolutely love the Cleo. It has been fantastic, and the added wee frills, I just feel fantastic in it. It was a bit of a stretch for me. I know it's Cleo and for some people who have made it before and are quite experienced, that probably sounds ridiculous, but trying to figure out how to make the frill, how the frill was going to go in, drafting the pattern piece. I know I have said that I drafted my own nappy before, but I mean it was a garment for me to wear, so it definitely felt a lot different. So yes, as I said, head over to my Instagram and get a wee nosy at the Make More In Depth. But one thing I definitely want to show you before you go, the inside. Oh, the lining. I don't know if you can make that out. I'll insert a photograph, but the lining is Wonder Woman. Just an added wee touch. I only had a fat quarter, otherwise the underneath of the frill 100% would have been Wonder Woman as well. But as I say, I only had a fat quarter and I couldn't get any more of the fabric in time, so in the pocket, and my facings are made up with the Wonder Woman, so I absolutely love it. If you haven't tried the Cleo, honestly I would so recommend it. Now what I did have to do, I'm pretty sure I was about bang on. The sizes for tilling the buttons for the Cleo was 1 to 8, which is a UK 6 to a UK size 20, and that works out at 61, well, we'll do inches, we've been starting in inches, 24-inch waist to a 38-inch waist and a 33-inch hip to a 47-inch hip. Probably haven't been a 33-inch hip from it's like 8. Anyway, a good childbearing hips, as I was told when I was about 12 by a creepy old man. Yeah, it was gross. But anyway, so that's the size range. Now I'm really sure I made the size 5. It's grand across the bust, but on the hips I find here quite loose. So I think all in all, the details are on my Instagram, but I think all in all I ended up taking off about 4 inches maybe it was 2 inches. It was an even number, I remember that much. That's any help. But as I said, the details are all on my Instagram post anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to add that wee bit in, and hope you are all well. And this time I'm definitely away, definitely. So I will see you all later. Thumbs up, give me a like. Subscribe if you have enjoyed the video. And by the way, guys, thank you so much to all the people that have liked and subscribed so far. I'm totally overwhelmed. Thank you so much. You're all fantastic. And Pam, you gave me a shout out as well. You dote, you absolute dote. And my lovely friend, I can't remember her name, Rachel, from the French Seams, she gave me a wee share on her Instagram. Guys, do you see, if you don't know Rachel yet, go over and see her. She is an absolute dote. She is so nice. Her and I have been talking for a while now and just really get on really, really well. I actually would love to meet her in the real world. You know, that we make all these internet friends. I'd love to see her in the real world. I would say me and her could have a few cocktails and a bit of crack. But anyway, I digress again. Always talking. So I will see you all later. Be safe, look after yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and happy sewing. All right, see you later.